Imagine stepping into the vibrant world of ancient Greece, a civilization celebrated for its philosophy, art, and the birth of democracy. Yet, we are not here to discuss its famous philosophers or mighty warriors. Let us instead delve into the lives of ordinary Greeks, discovering how they lived, worked, and celebrated. Houses in ancient Greece were a reflection of simplicity and practicality. Built from mud bricks or stone, these homes surrounded a central courtyard, which served as the focal point of daily activities. This open space was used for cooking, weaving, and socializing. Wealthier families added features like a separate dining area, private rooms for women known as the gynoeceum, and even shrines to household gods. In contrast, poorer families often lived in single-room structures, sharing their living space with livestock during the colder months. Floors were usually packed earth, and rugs or mats were used for added comfort. The streets of Greek cities were alive with the sounds of vendors, artisans, and citizens. The agora, or marketplace, was more than a commercial hub. It was the heart of Greek society. Here, merchants sold olive oil, wine, pottery, and textiles, while citizens gathered to exchange ideas and debate pressing issues. Workshops of blacksmiths, potters, and carpenters lined the streets, each contributing to the vibrant economy. Agriculture formed the backbone of the Greek economy. Olive trees, grapevines, and wheat fields dotted the landscape, and farmers labored tirelessly to sustain their families. Shepherds roamed the hills with flocks of sheep and goats, providing wool and milk for local use. Some regions also specialized in unique crops or products, such as Corinthian pottery or Thessalian grain. Religion in ancient Greece was deeply intertwined with every aspect of life. The Greeks believed in a pantheon of gods and goddesses, each embodying human virtues and flaws. Temples dedicated to Athena, Zeus, Apollo, and other deities were not only places of worship, but also centers of community life. Grand festivals like the Panathenaic Games honored these gods through athletic competitions, music, and processions. These events fostered a sense of unity among the Greek city-states. Ritual sacrifices and offerings were common, and oracles like the one at Delphi were sought for guidance on significant decisions. Education and intellectual pursuits were highly valued in Greek society, especially among the elite. Boys studied subjects like rhetoric, grammar, and philosophy, often under the guidance of renowned tutors. Girls, however, were usually educated at home, learning skills like weaving, cooking, and managing households. Public life in Greece also revolved around theaters and sports. Tragedies and comedies performed in amphitheaters offered moral lessons and entertainment, while athletic contests celebrated physical excellence and honored the gods. The Olympic Games, held every 4 years, drew participants and spectators from across the Greek world, showcasing the pinnacle of physical and cultural achievements. Leisure in ancient Greece was diverse and enriching. Citizens enjoyed symposiums, gatherings where men discussed politics, philosophy, and art, while reclining on couches and sipping wine. Board games, music, and dancing were common forms of relaxation, while rural festivals brought people together to celebrate the changing seasons. Women often engaged in spinning and weaving as both a practical and social activity, and children played with toys made of clay and wood, like spinning tops and dolls. Now, imagine walking along the banks of the Nile in ancient Egypt, a land defined by its timeless relationship with the river. The story of Egypt is not just one of pharaohs and pyramids, but also of the people who shaped its enduring legacy. Egyptian homes were crafted from sun-dried mud bricks, built to withstand the desert's harsh climate. Wealthier families lived in spacious houses adorned with painted walls and wooden furniture, while commoners' homes were simpler, consisting of 1 or 2 rooms, Roofs served as additional living spaces, where families often slept on warm nights or stored goods. Despite the simplicity, these homes were designed to provide relief from the heat, with small windows and whitewashed walls to reflect sunlight. Wealthier homes also had gardens or small courtyards with water features, offering an oasis of tranquility amidst the arid environment. The Nile River was the heartbeat of Egyptian life. Its annual floods replenished the soil, enabling farmers to grow wheat, barley, flax, and vegetables. Farmers used shadufs to lift water from the river into irrigation canals, ensuring their crops thrived. Fishing and papyrus harvesting were also vital occupations. Markets along the riverbanks buzzed with activity as merchants traded grain, fish, pottery, and jewelry. These marketplaces were not only economic centers but also places where stories, news, and ideas flowed as freely as the Nile itself. The production of linen from flax and the crafting of intricate jewelry were hallmark industries that boosted local and international trade. Religion was central to Egyptian society, shaping everything from politics to daily routines. The Egyptians believed in a vast array of gods and goddesses, each governing specific aspects of life and nature. Temples like Karnak and Luxor were architectural marvels, and spiritual centers where priests conducted elaborate rituals. Pharaohs were seen as divine intermediaries, and their connection to the gods justified their rule. Ordinary Egyptians worshipped at household shrines, leaving offerings of bread, beer, and incense to ensure protection and prosperity. Seasonal festivals, such as those honoring Osiris, involved entire communities in joyous celebrations that included feasting and dramatic reenactments of myths. The afterlife was a cornerstone of Egyptian belief, influencing their burial practices and monumental tomb constructions. Mummification preserved the bodies of the dead, ensuring their souls could reunite with them in the afterlife. The Grand Pyramids and intricately decorated tombs of the Valley of the Kings stand as testaments to the Egyptians' profound dedication to eternity. The Book of the Dead, a collection of spells and prayers, was often buried with the deceased to guide them through the afterlife's challenges. Leisure and entertainment were woven into the fabric of Egyptian life. Music and dance played significant roles in religious ceremonies and festivals, while board games like Senet and Mayhem offered relaxation and competition. Festivals dedicated to gods like Osiris and Hathor were vibrant occasions featuring feasting, music, and communal joy. Egyptians also took pride in personal adornment, wearing elaborate jewelry and applying cosmetics made from natural minerals. Hunting and fishing were popular pastimes for the elite, providing both sport and sustenance. Education in ancient Egypt was primarily reserved for the elite, with boys training to become scribes, priests, or administrators. These students spent years mastering hieroglyphics and mathematics, which were essential for maintaining records and constructing monumental projects. Egyptian medicine was advanced for its time, with physicians using herbal remedies and surgical tools to treat ailments. Specialized training schools existed for various professions, ensuring a high level of expertise across fields like architecture, engineering, and astronomy. The story of ancient Egypt, like that of Greece, is one of resilience, innovation, and human connection. These civilizations thrived by harnessing their environments, celebrating their cultures, and passing their wisdom to future generations. Their legacies remind us of the shared aspirations that connect us across time: the pursuit of knowledge, the need for community, and the desire to leave a lasting mark on the world.